Bob Hope is with us tonight. He saw 3 of our pages, you know, in uniforms out in the hall and stopped and did about 12 minutes. Anytime there's a uniform, Bob does a show. He's actually been home, I understand, for 2 whole days.
Wow.
And he's working right across the hall here, taping his Christmas special, which will be on this Sunday, is it not? That would be December the 10th. What can I say about him? Bob Hope. Better take this crowd with you.
Come on. Thank you, Melody. Thank you. They're all relatives. I live right here, you know.
That was just for walking out?
Yeah, they're all from down Moore Parkway. How are you, John?
I'm fine. You are in... Busy right across the hall, are you?
Yeah, I'm right across the hall because you're in my studio. Will you get out?
That's right. This studio...
I opened this studio. I can't get in my studio. I'd like number 1, no chance. John's coming back.
Well, we would have known.
Large, aren't you? You're so large now, you know. I got to work in some toilet or something.
You were here many years
I shouldn't say that
were.
because I'm in Red Fox's junkyard right there.
That's right. Red
right
Tape's next door.
So, it's you know, I could put on a little juice, you know, and...
Move this out?
Either move you or sell my stock, but I figured, you know.
Don't sell your stock. NBC would collapse tomorrow.
I wish I had it.
When the studio was first built, what, about 1953 or 4? Something around like that,
Had to be about that.
Yeah. You did your first
My
show
first show
right out of
right here. I was responsible for these seats here, all the extra seats, because they had it up high, you know, and you couldn't get to them.
back
It was
where the
like
well
playing
was.
Yankee Stadium, yeah. That's right, back there.
This is a
I
great
said, no,
studio.
I gotta get in touch these people and do something with them, you know. So they put the extra stuff in there like that.
This is a great studio.
Well,
Love
it's a
it.
beautiful studio. It really is. No matter how your monologue plays.
Caught it tonight, huh? Who's on
I
your...
thought your monologue was good, but that second piece of stuff was awful, Charlie.
That didn't really seem to take off, did it? Who's on...
And you try to save it, don't you? You try to save it. How was your nightclub act, huh?
Fine.
He did a very nice job.
You couldn't play now because the Supreme Court banned topless. Or
You were due in. You were supposed to be in. The second night
I wanted
you
to
were
get
due
there.
in,
I could never make it. I was in Washington. I said, I got to go in and see if Ed's standing up, but I could
I
not.
was standing up.
I could not get in there, and I hear it was great.
Did a nice job.
Earl Wilson. Hey, you got to him, didn't you? He gave you a little stuff.
Oh, nice of you.
Considine.
Considine, give me a nice
All the
review.
Irishmen rushed to your aid. They did great, though.
Who's on the show? I know Phyllis is on the show. I saw
Phyllis
her
came over.
in the hall.
She flew over from
Phyllis Diller.
Las Vegas to be on our show. And she has her new head, which I thought was nice.
Yeah, she has that new
In
facelift.
case she didn't like that, she brought the old one in a bag. Isn't she great?
She really got a lot of mileage with that, didn't she, that
yeah,
operation? And she talks about it. She...
I think she looks different. She looks like Ward now.
That's her husband, Ward Donovan.
Yeah, it's true. I had to rehearse that and then go back and work with Gloria Loring and a thing,
She's
then
great.
run home and put some monologue together because I'm getting my monologue ready for this Sunday show.
Right.
I've been moving faster than Truman Capote going by the Screen Actors Guild.
The actors are a little mad at Truman.
Did you?
If you missed that show, we had...
I saw it. I loved him.
Truman Capote was on the show, for those of you who didn't see that show, and he was talking about actors, and he said, all actors, and the better actor they are, he says, they're dumber they are.
Yeah.
And
I loved you sitting there, you know, and he said, how Marlon Brando? Well, Marlon Brando, you know, you've seen him in Godfather and everything, but he's not very intelligent.
Oh, no.
Then John stepped up. He said, well, what do you think about me? He says, you're a commentator.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I
I
wasn't...
love that. Dude, I'm just hoping I'd follow him so I could come on and yell, how's the commentator, Daddy?
He bailed out pretty good. You got Gloria Loring on the show. You got Phyllis Diller.
And we got Red Fox, you know.
Is Red on the show?
The millionaire junkman. I think he'll do he's very fine. He's doing Santa Claus with us. And we have the All-America football team. And Johnny Rogers, you know, your boy
From Nebraska.
was picked for the
Heisman Trophy today.
And so we're all set. Ohio State had 2. They're coming out
That's
here.
right.
So get rid of pollution here. See how they can clean up Southern California.
I got to show him this picture. I know you get this copy. This is
sneaky, wasn't it, huh?
I know you get this in the mail all the time. This is a copy of the famous masterpiece. Adoration of the Trinity, which I guess is in Venice, was painted in about the year 1511, something like that. And you receive blow-ups of this particular part of this picture all of the time. Now, this was painted in 1511. Now, I'm going to show you the small blow-up of one part of it. You're going to have to come in close, because the gentleman in the picture looks so much like you. It is really incredible. I watch the monitors in the studio. This is not a joke. And I know you get these all the time. Now go in very close on the figure, the man seated in the chair. See if they're going to try to, they're trying to pick it up now.
Are they?
On a close-up. Do you see? Do you see? I'm going to move it back in the light a little bit. Now can you go in even a little closer? On the man seated there. Because it is really incredible. He's just changing the camera lens here to give you a close-up. I'm trying to hold this as close as I can. Look at that.
Oh, remarkable.
Were you working Venice? Where were you, at Lowe's, Venice, or what? You broke in there, didn't you?
I have to say that. No, that's in the museum in Florence. And when the guide goes through there, he says, he's a Bob Hope of the 15th century here. All my friends told me that. And Crosby, there's a postcard, like this. And Bing sent me this and said, I thought so, That you have been around, and you're an all-weather comedian. You've been around for a long time.
That really is incredible.
Isn't that something, though?
That's just amazing.
I don't know what's so bad about that. You're not a bad-looking fellow. Crosby actually sent me that card. And I get it from a lot of people. I've been getting it for years with the people who go and see this thing.
Have you ever followed your family back, say, any further than your grandfather or your great-grandfather?
Yes, I got hit by a coconut, I'll tell you that.
Read that far back, huh?
No, I've gone back there quite a ways, but there was a Lord Hope that disowned me in England. I tried to get into his family. He had nothing to do with it.
There was a Lord Hope?
Yeah.
I didn't know
We
that.
got Crosby on ahead of us Sunday. He's doing our warm-up for an hour, and I think... that'll be very, very nice. I'm kind of glad that he's on there. He's really great, isn't he? And he's got all his family on there. I'm responsible for most of his kids. Did you know that?
Oh.
That's true.
May we have a quick explanation of that?
May I tell you? No, every night, when we used to work at Paramount, every night when we'd leave, I'd say, have a good night.
What the hey?
How'd I know he was taking me seriously? You know how he is.
We're going to take a break. You can stay for a few minutes, can't you, around the corner? Because then I know you got to go back
think
and...
of something to talk about.
We'll talk about a few things, what you can do for Christmas.
Daddy.
We'll have a word from one of our friendly sponsors, and we'll come right back. Welcome back to Hertz Rent an Audience. I better explain. People at home don't know what we're talking about.
I never know, John, when I'm going to do these shows, because we break them up so much. And this show we're doing, actually, we booked this show in the last couple of weeks because I thought I was going to do it from a college back east, and it didn't work out, So...
what I was talking about.
Go ahead. We asked Ed to announce to this audience if they would come over to my show, and I applaud, and then he took the punchlines.
You look just like the guy in the picture doing that.
And I should have armor on, too.
Yeah. Where have you been besides doing your show?
I've been down in New York. I was back in New York filming the All-Americans. Then I was down in Palm Springs because we dedicated the Walter Probst building, which is right next to the Eisenhower Medical Center. And Walter Probst gave us over $1 million. And Agnew came out and did the speech, and he was delicious. He really was. And he asked me to play golf. And I played because, I figured we all got to go sometime.
Is he getting a little better, is he?
He's very happy. Oh, yeah. He's doing much better. He's just hitting Democrats now. No, he's great. And he's very happy because he got as many votes as Nixon. And I think that... Hey, how about Nixon? Is that some landslide?
That's incredible.
Just think what he would have done if he'd campaigned. No, this is the greatest victory for the low profile since Burt Reynolds made the Cosmopolitan Telephone.
I see now the Democrats want to get rid of, what's the lady's name, Jane Westwood, who's the Democratic chairman, and McGovern doesn't want him to do it because he doesn't want to break up a winning combination.
I thought, Sergeant, no.
Folks want to come over after we finish. I'm doing a monologue in the next studio that I think you'll enjoy.
I think Sergeant Shriver deserves a lot of credit. You know, he got in late, and he really did, really, and he worked very hard. He really did. You know, you got to feel. And I'll tell you, and he worked hard, and it's very understandable because you have to try harder when you're number 7. And I think that.
He's got to come back to his old job.
You can't do those post things because everybody's wounded a little bit, and you got to be very careful about politics. I feel sorry.
I did a joke one night on the air. One of the guys wrote, and I said that Shriver was going back to his old job, incumbent millionaire.
Yeah.
At that time, it was a big joke.
You have to have the right audience.
Yes,
And McGovern, you know, you got to feel sorry for him because he didn't have too much money, you know. In fact, the last day of the campaign, he mugged an Avon lady. That's true. The Democratic Party were they were so broke, they hired Clifford Irving as a consultant. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
They had a $100 plate dinner, and somebody stole the plates. I have never...
I got to move quick to get in here, don't you? Oh, yes.
Say,
yes, sir.
What do we do?
Christmas is coming up soon. Now, you've got to be a difficult man to shop for. I do feel a little sorry for Dolores, your wife. How do you shop for her? And how does she shop for you?
For Dolores? Well, I buy her nice things overseas, and the PX, and...
That's why you make those trips every year. Never thought of that.
And you know what she buys for me. You know the thing I do about going away with 18 beautiful girls last year? And as a going-away Christmas gift, she handed me thermal underwear. Just as I got on the plane.
Yeah.
That's that. Now...
But are you making the trip this year to Vietnam?
Yeah, we're going to go. This is our last trip. I hope last year was our last trip to Vietnam, but I'm taking about 15 beautiful gals over there and see if I can't fix it my way.
Where are you going to play besides Vietnam? You take the whole tour, though, not just Vietnam every year.
Yeah, we're only going to do one show in Vietnam, and we're going to play in Thailand, a little island in the Indian Ocean. Looks like right in the middle of 6,000 miles of water, this little island. And there's 800 or 1,000 sea bees built in this base.
Good heavens, I didn't
realize
that.
And they showed me a map of this. It looks like a carbuncle on Mama Cass's back. You never saw anything like this. It's just amazing.
Yeah. What do you want for
Christmas? I was trying to get into that somewhere. I couldn't find the right words and still...
What would somebody buy you for Christmas? What would you like that, you can go out and get anything you want?
For me?
Yeah.
I'd like about 3 birdies and an eagle.
On your golf game?
No, I don't really care. I need socks and a few things. I don't really, I got suits. I get these old Johnny Carson hand-me-downs from Hart Schaffner. And what would I like? I don't think I could get what I'd like. It comes in 2 stockings. And I think that... Dirty old man.
Hey, I thank you. I thank you for coming. I know you got to go back and tape.
I do have to go back, and I just
after our show, you're invited to go back next door. You serve beverages or any kind of food for the audience?
I'm going to say hello to you and for you over there. And John, this will be, I'm sure, we may get lucky in the way that things are going. We may be there when peace is on,
Wouldn't that be a thrill?
It would be a great thing. I hope so. I'll tell you. Let me tell you, I just want to leave you with one line the way I feel about it. You know that you can talk about Kissinger's doing a marvelous job, trying to arrange peace. I don't know whether it's with Vietnam or Jill St. John, but he is really working hard, and you got to give him a lot of credit, and the president and everybody else. But when the peace is really signed, you know who gets the credit? The kids in the uniform. Don't forget that.
That would be incredible, but happens.
That's right.
That could very well happen when he's over there. If things go
It's like
the way people
hope.
hope.
The way it's going.
It would be incredible, wouldn't it?
All that time.